Hello, Glen Lake Elementary. This is Mr. Radel. We are in the middle of winter, and with that comes recess, which is going to be outside in a lot of different elements. The snow, the ice, slush, very, very cold days, and mild days. So I think it's a good time for us today to spend some time reviewing our Snow Play Basics. First off, it is my number one goal, as well as the playground supervisors and your teachers, to make sure that you have a fun time outside, but that you are safe so that when you come back in the building, you are ready for a great afternoon of learning. Now, we are going to go outside on some days that's going to be very, very cold. In order to have fun out there, you need to make sure that you have the proper gear. Here's a list of some things that you can make sure you have every single day before you head outside. A winter hat, snow pants, a good pair of gloves, winter boots, a nice heavy jacket, a scarf, or anything else that can cover your face. All of these things will allow you to stay warm for the long time that you are outside. Now, if for some reason you don't have snow boots or snow pants, you are going to need to stay on the upper playground. If you go down to the lower playground where there's a lot more snow and ice, you can get very, very wet, which allows you to get cold quicker and not have as great of an afternoon in the classroom. Now, there are going to be some sledding hills you are going to be allowed to go on, and I'll touch on that here in a little bit. When you are on a sledding hill, here are some things to remember to make sure that you're having fun, but that you are being safe. Please only slide down one at a time. Wait for the student who just went down to get out of the way before you begin. Do not jump over a student who is sliding down, as you can very easily kick them with your boot. And do not push friends down the hill. Sledding can be a great activity, but it can also be dangerous if you don't follow these expectations. Now here's an aerial shot of our playground. Teachers, you may need to pause this at times to help students see the different areas of the playground that we're talking about. I'm going to kind of go over some parts of the playground that you are allowed to go on and others that you are not for your safety. To begin, these side hills, which are a little bit smaller, are great hills for you to sled on. They're not as icy, they're not as steep, and it gives you a lot more room for you and your friends to slide down. Now, the bigger sliding hill and the snow piles are right now off limits to students. These hills are especially icy, the snow piles are too large and icy, and they are causing a lot of students to come in to Nurse Laura some injuries. For right now, until I say otherwise, these areas are off limits, so please stay away from them. Now, on the lower playground in the field, there are about 3 patches that ice has formed on. These are going to be off limits to students, and they're going to be marked with cones. Please stay off these areas. Do not slide on them, for that they can become very slippery, and again are causing students to come in with some head injuries to Nurse Laura. Now, there are some students who like to watch their friends who are skating. This is a great activity for you to do, and kind of is a great way to spend the recess. In the green down here, on the outside portions of the board, are spots that you are allowed to watch your friends who are skating. The areas in the middle of the 2 rinks, students who are not skating are not allowed in this area. In the fall and the spring, when there's not snow, you're not allowed to go in this area anyways, so in the winter it shouldn't be any different. So if you are not skating and you're not watching and if you are watching your friends, please stay out of the middle of the 2 ice rinks. Now, if you choose to skate, it's very important and it's required that you have a helmet. Now, when you are going down to the ice skating rinks, it's important for you to start up here by going down the stairs, and then at that time you can cut across the field to go to the ice skating rinks. What we don't want you to do, and what we've done here in the past, is to start off on the upper playground and to go along this fence line up here where there's a big snow pile, and then you're going down this steep hill to get to the warming house. Please do not do that anymore. Instead, go down the stairs and across the field to get to the warming house. Now, there are some things that we are asking you to stay away from and to not do. But it's very important to remember all the things that you can do to have a fun recess. You can run, swing, slide. You can play basketball in the upper playground. You can play on the equipment. You can ice skate as long as you have a helmet. You can slide in the smaller side hills, play snow sculptures, you can play football. There's still so many things for you to do to make sure that you have a good time. But most importantly, listen to our fantastic playground supervisors. They're out there every single day for you to make sure you're having fun and to be safe. So there are going to be some days that they're going to change the rules a little bit and close some areas, but they're doing that for your safety. Glen Lake Grizzlies, thank you so much for listening today, and have a great time outside.